Hello, my name is Amrit Maldonado, and I'm with the Panther product team here at Prolifics. In this series of videos, I will be showcasing tutorials that will guide you step by step on how to migrate your Panther screens to the web. If you'd like to follow along with us, just email us at support@prolifics.com and we will get you the instructions on how to accomplish these exercises. In my video, I will be working the exercises on our Panther Developer Cloud instance, which is a virtual machine sitting in the AWS cloud. We will be using Panther 5.1 as well as the JPL editor alongside our JPL plugin to edit all the source code for these exercises. So let's go and start with the first exercise. The first exercise takes a simple login screen and it adds an HTML template to it. We'll also add some color to the HTML template and modify it so it looks a little more presentable. So first thing we'll do is open up Panther 5.1 Cloud. There we go. We'll open up the login screen. And it wants you to test the login screen within the ProDev executable. So I'm going to go into test mode. And I'm going to enter some values in here and press the reset button to clear the fields. Great. I will also press the login button and I'll get an invalid username and password because I've used an invalid username and password. Notice it also reflects today's time and date right here. Okay, and we'll take a look at the code behind it. Where is the JPL? This screen includes a JPL module called login.jpl. All right, now all the JPL is located in Eclipse. So we'll be doing development in Eclipse. Let's open up Eclipse. Let me close it, sorry, so you'll see how I've opened it. It's in on my desktop, it's the Eclipse icon. Now Eclipse will be locating my JPL files because I have proper directory because I've made sure I've set it up to the location of SM path. So basically in any file of my ProDev, let me just show that to you. So this is my ProDev. My workshop folder. In my ProDev, I have my SM path pointing to the workshop web debugger test Panther workshop folder. And this is where my JPL files are located at. All right, so this is my Panther project, Panther workshop project within Eclipse. I'm expanding it. And notice I've got JPL files, HTML files, and CSS files. So let me open up my login.jpl. I have something in the unnamed procedure. I've got a proc validate login. I've got a proc connect to connect to my database and a proc reset. This is what clears data in the fields. All right. Notice in my unnamed procedure, I'm actually calling a Java method called toString. And all this does is it grabs the actual date and time, the current date and time. So pretty cool here. I'm actually creating a Java object from my Java util date class, calling the method called toString, and it converts this date object to a string, and it displays it in my Panther field called Java date. I then go ahead and remove or delete my object. And that's how I'm able to display the date, the day, date, and time. Pretty cool. All right, so maybe back to my exercise. I've shown you how I'm able to view my login.jpl within Eclipse. Next, what I'd like to do here is test the login screen from my browser. So from my browser, I'm going to enter the screen name in my URL. There we go. In fact, I have a bookmark right here. This is my screen. My Java date field, my static labels, my dynamic, my single line text fields, as well as my 2 push buttons. And they pretty much work as we saw how it worked in the client server environment. So I'm going to put in some fields here, press a reset button, it clears data. Putting in some fields, some data in here, press the login button, I get a message here. All right. Yeah, not very pretty, but in the next few exercises, we'll actually go through adding more HTML and prettying up the screens here, adding more beauty to it, I should say. All right, so we are able to test the login screen in the browser. You could also go ahead and make some changes in the JPL if you like. I'd like to point out that in order for Panther to generate your push buttons, you must set these 2 properties. Submit equals to yes, and export to HTML equal to yes. Let me show that to you. You click on the login button, web options, submit set to yes, and export to HTML set to yes. You must have that set on both these buttons in order for Panther to generate the HTML for those buttons. And do the same for your single line text fields also. Now what we'll do next is attach an HTML template to your login screen. So what I'm going to do is go to web options, HTML options, and attach login1.html, which I've provided to you in your working directory. Let's take a quick look at login.html. Login1, there you go. All right, so your HTML document pretty much formats your HTML folder, as well as it emits these Panther fields and data to your HTML document. So you'll need to use the emit command to make sure that the correct fields, the correct Panther fields, are being displayed in your HTML document. All right, so we have attached login1.html to your screen. Now let's go ahead and refresh my screen. Yes. Oh, it's kind of stayed a little too long. It's expired my cache. So there you go. So this is what it's done to your HTML document. It's added some color in the background, formatted it, you get all to the left. That's because I have it set up that way in my HTML document. So as you can see, there wasn't very much involved in modernizing our Panther client server screen by using the HTML template. In the next exercise, we will be showcasing the usage of cascading style sheets. Thank you.